Have you ever wanted to know how to do something in Minecraft but didn't want to sit through a long tutorial to find out? Well, this series is exactly for you. Welcome to the Minecraft High Speed Guide, where I tell you how to do stuff and don't take all day about it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, and welcome to the High Speed Minecraft Guide. This is where I answer questions you have asked me about how to do things in Minecraft. But I do it in a really quick tutorial, which means you don't have to sit through hours of video. Today, the question you've asked me is, how do you set up a custom flat world in Minecraft? Let's get on to it. People have often asked me how I find myself in these flat worlds for a number of my tutorials. Well, there's a very easy way to do this, but if you just use the default method, you end up surrounded by slimes with villages popping out of nowhere. And people want to know, how do you avoid that? Well, it's really easy. This is how. The first thing you need to do is come into your Create New World menu that you'll find in your Minecraft home screen. This is what it will look like. Here you can change all kinds of aspects of the game, from survival to hardcore to creative. However, there are other areas that you need to explore. The important button here is the More World Options button. Click that and you'll get this new menu here. Generate structures on just means things like those villages will pop up in your world. If you don't want them, you just want a flat world, just click it off. That's very easy. If you want a standard world, click it in default. But you can get this super flat world here, but the default is what you just saw just a moment ago. Slimes bouncing all over the place, and that's because you're standing at a level of y=5, and slimes in slime chunks spawn below y40, so they're everywhere. You need to customize it. When you click on the custom button, you come into this slightly scary looking screen, but this is just a very simple identification of what you will generate when you click the generate world button. You're going to get one layer of bedrock with 2 layers of dirt on top and 1 grass block on top of that, just as we saw before. You're going to want to customize that if you don't want those slimes bouncing around, or you want other things to be present, different blocks, different layers, and that's very easy. Click on the presets button. That will bring you to these preset options that you can play around. If you click on desert, for example, that will give you a different number of layers. It will give you bedrock, then 3 lots of stone, then 52 sandstone, and then 8 sand. It gives you a classic desert biome right here. You can play around with all of these. That's all you need to do, is change this bit at the top. Let's say, for example, you really wanted a flat grassy plains, but you wanted some depth on that so you could dig down 40 or so blocks. And also, you didn't want any slimes because they just get in the way. Well, you can change this really easily. Starting from the left, it calculates what you're going to get from Y1 right up to Y whatever. So here, Minecraft bedrock is the first thing. If you want something else, say 20 layers of stone, type 20 asterisk Minecraft stone, comma. That will add 20 layers of Minecraft stone on top of the bedrock. We now have got 2 layers of dirt on top of that stone. Maybe you want 20 layers of dirt. Make that 20 instead of 2. You've then got a Minecraft grass block on top of that. Perhaps you didn't want it to be a grass block. Perhaps you wanted that to be a different type of block. Perhaps you want it to be a sand block. We can do that. We can take out grass and just put in sand. You're happy with it being the plains. That tells you what kind of mobs might spawn. If you wanted desert mobs, change that to desert. If you wanted it to be mountain mobs, change it to mountains. You can fiddle around this in many ways as you'd possibly like. Let's go with this. Clicking on the use preset button will show you this recipe. We've been successful. We've got a layer of sand with 20 layers of dirt underneath that, 20 layers of stone underneath that, and a layer of bedrock underneath that. That means that we are going to be sitting on top of y=42. That's too high for slimes to spawn, so we won't get any slimes bouncing around all around us. Let's stick done and generate this new world and see what we don't end up with. And you can see we are on what looks like a massively flat desert. We've just started the world, which is why the sun is rising over there. If you'd like a little tutorial on how to use different commands to play around with the weather and the sun and the cycle, let me know in the comments below. That would be absolutely brilliant. However, let's test to see whether or not the layers are indeed what we asked them to be. Let's take off this top layer. We do have dirt underneath there. Let's count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19 and 20. We've got our stone, and once we dig all the way through the stone, we find we hit bedrock, 1 layer of bedrock, and we are through to the void. You can see that bedrock spans all over the place. That is exactly how we asked the world to be. The world has come back exactly we wanted it to be. And now we can start building with whatever it was we planned for this world to become. Custom Minecraft worlds can be really useful for practicing building techniques, importing and exporting schematics, making sure your redstone contraptions work, all of that kind of thing. Custom worlds and exactly your specifications will make that job far more easy. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you enjoyed them, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.